Now let me start. Now, okay, good afternoon, students. Okay, today is the last lecture. Okay, so this PowerPoint is talking about the sewage treatment. Whatever this is updated or not, okay, but if you are the CE, okay, or the civil engineering student, okay, you are required to pay more attention about the design of sewage treatment plant. Okay, you don't need to read your PowerPoint. Okay, just listen. But for the say this topic, okay, because as a BSc, we are not include, okay, for the design of sewage treatment plant, okay, most of the case, but it is necessary for us to get some ideas for some abbreviations or some of the terms. Now, for example, some of the engineer, they're always talking about the BOD, COD, biological, chemical oxidation, okay, and something. So this is about the issue, okay, which say talking about for the sewage treatment plant. Okay, in the future, if somebody talking about BOD, COD, and TOC, you need to get a preliminary concept about what's the meaning for this terminology. And the second is about for the sewage treatment plant. Now, if you visit about the website, okay, for in different location, we have a different types of sewage treatment, and it is necessary for us to pay attention about the stages, okay, for the sewage treatment system. Most of the case in Hong Kong, we equipped primary and secondary treatment system only. For the tertiary treatment, okay, that means it's a very comprehensive. It's just only, okay, one of the sewage treatment plant with tertiary treatment system in Tung Chung. Okay, that means at the end, after the sewage, okay, passing through the sewage system, and then at the end, the water can be used, okay, can be reused, but not for drinking, okay, for cleansing, for washing, or whatever. Okay, so the quality of the water, okay, is much better, okay, than what you expect. Okay, and so this is about the sewage treatment. If you are willing to get more information about the sewage treatment, you can visit about the website of DSD, Drainage Services Department, and there may be some of the link, okay, which discuss on described, okay, introduce about the history of sewage treatment in Hong Kong, and discuss about the system, okay, of the sewage treatment in Hong Kong. Some may be in the underground, the big one in the new territories, so you may get some ideas. But in the future, sewage treatment, okay, will be moved, okay, to the underground, because it saves a certain amount of the space, okay, for construct some buildings, some new developments, because in new territories, a lot of space, okay, is required to, okay, take care about the urgent issue in Hong Kong. Again, now, this topic, sewage treatment, is not included in examination, even, okay, in the subject description form. Understand? Not for examination, okay, not for exam. If you have time in the future, okay, please read it by yourself. According to the information, okay, or say the comment from the graduate, 99% of us, okay, of the graduate, they may not, okay, they will not take care about this, the design of these topics. Understand? One issue is, okay, this morning I sent an email, okay, to you both to give you some ideas about the test in the next, okay, next Tuesday. So next Tuesday is the test. So it is necessary for us, okay, to get to secure a good Wi-Fi or network, okay, to conduct your tests. The test is open book. It is I don't recommend, okay, frankly speaking, you work with your classmate, because I just reserved 2 minutes for each questions, no time for discussion. Understand? And then the question, okay, in terms of the question number, in terms of the choices A, B, C, D, they are all in random. So that means if you you know, okay, for question number 1 is the answer is A, you can't transfer this message, okay, to your fellow classmate. So try your best to do it. Okay, I try to make sure you both, okay, can do it by yourself. Now, I have no preference in terms of the passing mark and the current stage. Let's see about your performance for the test. If, okay, some problems, okay, I try to give you some make-up exercise or something, or adjust about the passing mark. Okay, so don't worry, just try your best, okay, to conduct the so-called the midterm. That's fine. Okay. Now, okay, now I want to start to discuss about the last topic, okay, for the BSc, okay, 3312. Now, this subject is the comment from the student is a little bit informative. I don't know, okay, Dr. Wong and I trimmed down something already, okay, reduce, so get rid of some of the teaching materials already. But even maybe some student, they comment is informative, but not very complicated. If you just follow my instruction, I don't believe, okay, you can get a good result, okay, for these subjects. And for the the design exercise, okay, try your best is fine. Some students, okay, they send an email to ask about the numbers of PRV, which, okay, I recommend. Now, in general, okay, 10 fours with 1, but if you install 2, I have no objection, okay, because design is design. Because you may, okay, not allowed a wide range of the pressure fluctuation. So that's why you control, okay, the discharge pressure at a very narrow range. So that's why you may use about 2 PRV. Okay, I have no objection. But don't say 1/4 with 1 PRV. Okay, it doesn't make sense. And then the discharge pressure is just one of the criteria. You are also required to take care about the flow rate. Okay, flow rate and discharge pressure, these two combined, and then this is the system. Just similar to what you learned for the pump. Okay, if you select the pump, okay, you can't just rely on one parameter. For example, flow rate or just the pressure discharge. Okay, so you are required to pick about the pressure and then the flow rate. Otherwise, you can't select the appropriate, okay, the best the pump, okay, for your design. Now, today, okay, this afternoon, I just want to highlight about 2 topics. One is the refuse disposal, and the other is the food waste. Now, because some of the graduates, okay, they are working in the industry, but they face a lot of challenge because talking about sustainability, they are also required to conduct the design for the food waste collection. Okay, this is one of the mission or one of the criteria from the government. So that's why I'm willing to share something with you this afternoon. Okay, now so the refuse disposal, that means you know, fresh water, this is supply, and then drainage, this is some of the trash, some of the discharge. Okay, this is a solid, liquid, or something. And the other is that, say, the refuse, that means some of the solid waste material, okay, which is a discharge, okay, from the society. For our drainage pipe, we collect the discharge and then to the sewage treatment plant. Very simple. Am I correct? But how about for some of the solid waste material disposed to the sea, disposed to the underground? Any options? Okay, so burn or transfer it to the, say, for incinerations. Now, so this is it is necessary for us, okay, to take care about this. Now, in Japan, okay, we may say we have a very big size of factory, okay, to take care about say the solid waste material. But in Hong Kong, due to some of the resistance, okay, from the society, maybe from some of the tenants, landlords, okay, because you dislike about, okay, adjacent to my housing estate, there may be some of the incinerations, and then say it generates some of the particles, okay, in the nearby, so there may be a lot of resistance. But okay, in Hong Kong, how to do it, how to take care of this? Okay, very simple, landfill. You know, okay, now it's a hot topic. Okay, if you're willing to buy apartment, okay, that may be one of the best location now we are discussing Tseung Kwan O. Okay, do you know? Okay, Tseung Kwan O, long time ago, what is the name for the Tseung Kwan O? Also use the term Zheng Bei. Okay, I'm not sure whether you realize JUNK Zheng Bei. Okay, that means there may be after 20 or 30 years, okay, nothing there. Okay, but if now Tseung Kwan O, wow, it's a very luxury. Okay, you know, okay, a lot of infrastructure would be constructed. So that's why, okay, this is now we treat it as a nice place. But for me, I have some reservations because some building which construct near the landfill. Okay, what's the problem for the landfill? Okay, maybe okay, let's discuss. Now, but anyway, okay, now Hong Kong, we are not say very active in terms of sustainability. Okay, sustainable design. But in the other country, for example, Japan, South Korea, Europe, okay, they are say it is necessary for their say the citizens to take care about the 3R, reduce, reuse, and recycle. This is I don't know what shall be happened for the Hong Kong, okay, but for some of the developed country, okay, they are take care about this 3R. Now we're talking about the trash, the solid waste, okay, which we produce in terms of domestic, commercial, and industrial. Industrial, okay, we need to pay more attention about the toxic and whether any dangerous material would be discharged, okay, to the environment. But for the domestic, okay, this is what we generate, okay, in our home. Food waste is one of the big items. But the food waste, okay, now you know, okay, we use a bag, okay, and then the trash send it to landfill. But send to landfill, we need the free for transportation. But if we say collect the food, okay, deliver to somewhere, okay, for say to conduct some treatment or whatever, it is more expensive as compared to the normal, okay, the normal trash or normal solid waste. So that's why, okay, now it is difficult for us, okay, to promote, okay, to isolate about the food waste, solid waste, and then send it to different places, okay, for further treatment. But very soon in Hong Kong, okay, it is necessary, okay, you need to pay whatever solid waste, whatever for food waste, okay. How much I don't know, okay, but it is necessary. But how about for the building services engineer? What is our duty? So we need to, okay, when you can prepare the building, okay, we need to reserve certain space, certain systems for, okay, this, okay, refuse collection system, food waste collection system in future. Now, I don't want to discuss about the composition, okay, or for the solid waste, but this is, but most, okay, is this one is talking about some of the food waste. And the second, okay, the first one is about the paper which we generate, okay, from the society. And Hong Kong daily production, wow, 9,000 tons. Okay, this is a huge amount. And then just 1/3 can be recycled. And the landfill, they are say fully utilized already. Okay, now I would say saturated, but now nobody take care about this. Okay, because in Tseung Kwan O, okay, it's saturated, and then you can say the only one now in Hong Kong is in Tuen Mun. Okay, Tuen Mun. But I don't know. Okay, how about the time for saturate? If my memory is correct, my data is correct, they also saturate very, very soon. Okay, now what's the problem for the landfill? Now for the landfill, that means I say you put a lot of waste, solid waste, okay, including some organic or some inorganic. That means with decomposition, with some of the byproduct. The byproduct may be hazards to the environment. For example, some of the emission for dioxin. So this is not good. So that means the government they are willing to build a central incineration plant. But with a great concern from the society. Now I'm not sure whether you visit Japan. Now Japan is very good. Is a lot of incineration plant, and then nearly about zero emission. I don't see any problems. But in general, if we're talking about the incineration plant, your concept is it emits a lot of particles, smokes, toxic gas. So this is the questions which you are required to pay attention in Hong Kong. And then for the landfill, it generates a lot of chemicals. I can say not physical, also chemical and biological. Chemical is dioxin. Biological may be talking about some smells, insects or whatever. So as I mentioned, dioxins. And so in the other is about the gas which generate, and then some of the products. That means some of the byproducts, the dirty water will be infiltrate to the landfill and diffuse to the bottom of the ground. And then if say especially this is one of the problem for the underground water. If you collect some of the underground water, the underground water may be contaminated by the discharge of the landfill. So that's why. And the other, physically for the landfill will be settled. Will be settled. Maybe it is required to reserve about 5 to 10 years. Let it to settled. So this is a lot of the problems. So if we're talking about the solid waste, how to collect the solid waste in Hong Kong? By the trash law. Very simple. This is the very simple. But for some of the residential estate, they are develop some of the system. Some of the refuse, centralized refuse collection system. It consists of a lot of components. Now, so this is about all the terminologies in here. Shutter. Now I shall not if I just read one by one. This is too boring. So I give you a example. This one. Now this example. Now you can treat it. This is the slab, the floor. And then this is a building. And then this is one of the ARCS. What's the meaning for ARCS? Automatic refuse collection system. This one is adopted in some of the large residential estate in Hong Kong. Now that means some of the old buildings we use a trash use a bag plastic bag to collect the solid waste, to collect the food waste, and then discharge at the back of the house of your apartment, and then let somebody to collect at the midnight or a late evening. But that means it consumes a lot of manpower. And the second is for the delivery of or the transportation of the solid waste, use the lift. The lift is also very dirty, and the occupants or the tenant, they can't use the lifts at the same time. Then maybe it generates some of the problems, for example the hygiene problems. So that's why in Hong Kong there may be some of the ARCS would be proposed. But I would say this exercise is failed, unsuccessful, I would say in Hong Kong. It's failed. Now let me introduce about how to do it. Now, so for this, that means there will be a lot of inlet in here, the inlet, and then the chest will be moving downward. And in order to say relieve about the pressure, like our drainage system, we have a vent pipe. Am I correct? But for this system, we also need to say include for the design of the vent pipe in here. This for relieve the pressure, and then to exhaust or limit about the path of the smell from the water, from the solid charge. And say in here now, so this is the system. This is the inlet, the charge moving downward, and the top we have a fan. That means say for the maintained or discharge about the odor to the environment. And then each floor the tenant can open the lid and then to put about the solid waste to this disposal inlet, and then the chest will be moving downward by the gravity force. So this is a gravity refuse channel. Now, so this is the roof extractor. Now, when you go back to the previous slide, so we have discussed about this section. And then, we are for this section is about in the centralized plant room. Centralized plant room. Now, so this is the lid. Now, it is necessary for us to take care about the safety. So we limit about the size of this opening. Otherwise, may be too dangerous, for the tenant. But the point is, if you prepare a large size of a plastic bag and then put a lot of the solid waste in here, this opening is not allowed, for you, to discharge about the solid waste, to the system. So that be due to that maybe because there may be some of the regulation, you are required to follow, chapter 123. Dispose inlet. Now, for this is the inlet, and then due to the gravity, the charge will be moving downward. And for this, the refuse, will be at the bottom of the building. There may be some of the temporary storage, areas will be reserved. So in here, so this is a temporary, reserved, and then air inlet, to get rid of the smell and balance the pressure of the system. And so this one is in the indoor. But for housing estate, you can also discharge the waste or the solid waste through the outdoor, for some of the park or something. So we also reserve outdoor disposal inlet. And afterwards, all the trash will be collected, to somewhere, will be transported to somewhere for storage, and then discharge and take it away through some channels. Now, this size, it looks much bigger. Now, the diameter for this one, maybe over, maybe 300 mm. So this is about the system, refuse storage facility, and refuse chamber. So this plant room, 99% would be located on the ground floor, or a car park, because much easier, to be arranged, for transportation. So this is the external, like a box, open and then throw. Okay, this one is more luxury. This is the outdoor disposal unit. Now, and so at the end, okay, it's about the collection of all the solid waste, which say collected from the tenant. So that means we have a refuse separator. Okay, because in here there may be a lot of the trash. Okay, and then this is we need to separate. Make sure, okay, the trash would be moving downward and then collected in a container. And in order to reduce the size of the solid waste, we have a compactor, compass, okay, for the solid waste, and then contained, okay, safe about say for temporary storage of the solid waste, and the system, okay, because we need to make sure the discharge air or something and with a good quality. So we have some facility to filtrate about the air, and we have a fan, okay, to make sure, okay, we have a sufficient pressure, okay, to dilute about the odor. And then at the most of the case, we will also install some of the deodorizing system, okay, to get rid of the odor and the smell. Now, so this is the separator. Okay, this is the actual size of the separator. And then, for example, the trash will be moving in this direction. Okay, and then afterwards, save it in this container. So this is about the refuse compactor and the container. This is the compactor and container. And then this one is come from the separator. Understand? Now this is the other format of the container. It's a very big size, very big size. And this is the fan. Okay, this is the fan pipe. So yeah, most of the case, as I mentioned, this plant will be located in the ground floor or car park. And this is the scrubber touch, the odorizer. That means a absorbed or decomposite about the smell, H2S or whatever. Now, this figures is not very updated, okay, but this system, okay, reserved for a housing estate from the housing authority. That means they say just a new about the estate. This estate is serves, okay, 2,400 numbers of flats. And then the initial cost is talking about 5,000 to 8,000 per flat. Maintenance also here. But the point is, okay, this is about the education issue. A lot of the tenants, they are not willing, okay, especially for some of the public housing, okay, because we can't expect the elderly, okay, to use this system. This system may be much easier, okay, to be implemented for some of the new estate, just for the teenage, for the young engineer, or maybe much better, they know how to do it. Because for the elderly, they don't want to say, go to the room, open the lid, throw the trash. Okay, they just put it in front of somewhere. Let the other, say, workers or by the other means, okay, by the other people to collect. So this is one of the problems. So in the housing estate, there may be this system or this project is totally failed. Okay, but this is a long time ago. Now, so this is about the figures. Okay, for this, wow, a huge amount. Okay, over about 200 million. Okay, for this, but say results or the impacts or the feedback is not so well, okay, according to the feedback from the tenant. So that's why, okay, in Hong Kong, it is not common, okay, for this system. Now, may I ask, just in the podium in here, okay, about 10, 20 students, whether your housing estate or your building install this refuse collection system? If yes, place up your hand. No? No, you don't know, okay? How about for the on the web, on the students, okay, whether your housing estate use about this system? No, no response. I guess no. So that means not common. Now, but in the future, I believe, okay, some of the developers, okay, they are willing to make some changes. Because one problem is about the education. If the government, okay, they implement some policy, encourage the citizen, okay, to do something with a sufficient infrastructure, I believe this is a nice system. Okay, so in this system, if you implement, okay, use this system, okay, that means it is good, okay, for reduce some of the manpower to collect about the solid waste, and then eliminate about the smell and wastewater, okay, come from the come from the solid waste. But okay, as I mentioned, okay, self-disposal, okay, by the residents cannot be fully implemented. So this is one of the big problem for the education. And then okay, so that's why I say this system is failed. Now, if okay, in future, if you are the planner, okay, for the building services, if you say, oh, under the instruction, okay, from your developer, and then you are required to reserve, okay, some certain space, okay, for this system. So that means, okay, it is necessary for us to identify the types of the building, and then the requirement and the minimum floor space would be reserved. Okay, so this is all, as I mentioned at the beginning, come from the chapter 123H. So this is the building regulation. Okay, now I give you a short break about 5 minutes, and then okay, I shall start the other example, okay, about the sewage treatment or the food waste, okay, and just for sharing, okay.